there. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in to this quick little video on how to teach a Duplo Bricks class for preschoolers. Today we'll be talking about my new book, Junior Engineers, Duplo Brick Projects and Curriculum. My name is Linda K. Phelps. I'm the author, and I'll just give you a fun little quick overview. This is me, Linda Phelps, author, teacher, Lego brick fan. My mission is to help children discover better self-esteem, become kinder, more generous members of our society. My books served as a valuable resource to foster personal growth and positive values in young readers. This is my family. I've been working in education since 1994. And I'm a mom and a stepmom to 5 amazing now adult kids. This is my husband, Dave. He's a lifelong Lego brick collector. And, truly he's been collecting since he was a kid, and we're now 58 years old. So it's really a lot. And I'm a big fan of doing what you love as a business. So in 2014, we opened a business called Creative Steam. It was a Lego brick center, Lego brick education center that provided a really fun place for kids to hang out. We focused on teaching preschool through 8th grade, pretty much for homeschoolers. And we did summer camps, holiday camps, in-class field trips. And it was just really a lot of fun. And the little boy there in the corner, that's an actual photo of our first center. Floor to ceiling Lego that was sorted down to the tiniest little glittery piece. Really, really fun. So this is my book. This is one of my books, Junior Engineers, Projects and Curriculum. This book has 12 classes inside of it. And so that would be All About Me, which is a wonderful little class that is a great place to start. I felt that it boosts self-esteem. In that class, the kids build a self-portrait out of Duplo, and they make a superhero cape with, I have a pre-filled out positive affirmation thing that they can glue on there. They can just color it themselves however they want to. And that's a take-home craft. And then, of course, the bricks will stay where they are in your classroom, but they can take that home. So in all of these classes, there are crafts that you just put it right on the printer and you make a photocopy and you cut it out, and it's just a no-brainer for you. And so we have All About Me, we have flowers, and that's also a Mother's Day craft with a poem that goes on a little flower pot. Frog, bumblebee, ladybug, bird, fish, dinosaur, cowboy hat, fire truck, police car, bulldozer, and my house. So these are 12 separate classes, but you can just intermix them if you wanted to. Each chapter has teacher notes, a full class outline, story time book suggestions. So this is flexible, of course. You can put in any book that you like, but I for each one, I've done some of the homework for you. And then step-by-step building instructions that you can just, again, photocopy what's in the book and then take home crafts. So everybody's happy. So the benefits of working with Duplo are many, really. But they help develop cognitive and emotional skills, vocabulary. They are going to learn their numbers, their colors, focus and concentration as they build, fine motor skills as they're snapping the bricks together, overcoming shyness, because it's, for a lot of little guys, it's maybe their first time in a class like that. Social skills, self-esteem, and STEAM. You might recognize STEM. We add an A because we have art. So it's science, technology, engineering, art, and math. These are things that happen when kids build with Legos, and in this case, Duplos. So in your class, we're going to start with our teacher notes. So there's an example here. For our example, we're using pumpkin. So this is a photocopy of what the pumpkin class teacher notes look like. So you have your storybook suggestion, I chose It's a Pumpkin Day Mouse by Laura Numroff. Feel free to use your own pumpkin story, but I thought it was a cute book. And I tell you how many Duplos you need for each student. You pre-select the bricks for the kids, so that your class will go a little smoother. We line out your craft supplies, and then how the class will come together. So again, 12 exciting themes to choose from. Here's your class outline. Look over the teacher notes for items to prepare ahead of class. Always having things already cut out, your glue sticks or whatever. I would just make a little table setting for each student, and then it's just easier. And the parents are generally with them, so it all just comes together nicely. So in your class, you're going to read your story to them. You're going to build your themed project. You're going to have, and then they're going to do their craft, and you take a picture and their take-home craft, and it's fun. So you can see there in the little photo there, the craft. We'll get into a little bit more of that. So step one is your story time. Pick your story, and you're going to gather your kids. And this is for all the classes that I have in the books. Just starting with the story time. So pre-select your book, have the kids settle down. And that's something that I know that any preschool teacher, kindergarten teacher is familiar with. And so are the kids. So that's a sweet, calming, relaxing thing to do with your students. Next, we're going to start our building. So here's a photo from one of the books of what the step-by-steps look like. So you know exactly what to do, and kids can use whatever colors they want. In this case, we used orange, but they may want a rainbow pumpkin. Let them do what they want. It's always fun, and to them, it always makes sense. So very, very fun. And then step 3 is their take-home craft. So in this case, it was a little pumpkin craft to go with our storybook and our build. So there you'll see that I laid out on their little plate setting. I pre-cut out the pumpkins, and then I pre-cut the little teeth and the mouth and the eyes in 2 different sections. So the kids can take their own glue stick and they can place that however they want to. Or they always have the option of just coloring, doing what they want. They may want to just draw their own pumpkin. So that's cute too. So that's just the flow of what my classes look like. And it works. It takes about, at the most, an hour, maybe 45 minutes for these little guys. And then you've kind of lost their attention after that. But with the parents' help and you organizing things, it goes really, really nicely usually. And that's kind of it for that class. So, let's stay in touch. This is how I have a Facebook, an Instagram, a YouTube, and then I also have a TikTok that's a lot of fun. So that's called Learning with Lego on TikTok if you want to follow along. And there's my website. So with that, thanks so much for your time. I hope that this made sense to you. If you have any questions at all, please get in touch. You can leave a comment here. You can email me at lindakphelps@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.